In this episode, this, and this. Welcome to day 4 of EuropeByBenz. I find myself in a forest just outside Berlin, and I am on my way to an old railway yard that has been converted into a public park. And here we are. At the S-Bahn station Priesterweg, there is an abandoned railway yard that has been converted into a public park. The old tracks can still be found throughout the park, some of which have been used for footpaths. However, that's not the only thing. There are all kinds of hidden gems like this underpass, or this thing, or this underpass. But the highlight has to be this locomotive, or this turntable. Man, it's packed here. By the way, if you want to visit this, it costs €1. Welcome to Trimline 87 in Berlin. Here they still run trams from the 1960s. Wait, this is line 88. Oh no. And I'm boarding it. Well, this is the somewhat older tram, which does run on a meter gauge, but was not the tram I expected. That one looks like this and runs 4.5 kilometers east from here. Well, in conclusion, always do your research carefully, and maybe I'm gonna visit it next year or something. It's time to leave Berlin and head back west, towards a canal that is literally built with a bridge over a river. But first, Straßenschäden. This is Baton crabs, a problem on many former East German motorways. And when I say a problem, I mean a very big problem. At the time, a wrong raw material was used, causing a chemical reaction that expands the concrete. Kilometer upon kilometer of the autobahns of the former East Germany have this problem and are now all being completely demolished and rebuilt way before their expected end date. A huge expense and a blunder. Welcome to our next stop, the canal bridge of Magdeburg. We have now gone a bit west from Berlin and we are now at the largest canal underbridge in the world. And I must say, it is certainly not small. The bridge was built to allow ships to sail from the west to Berlin or vice versa, without having to descend into and then climb out of the Elbe river. The bridge is 918 meters long, 34 meters wide, and has a longest span of 106 meters. Quite impressive if you take the weight of the water into account. After the bridge I started driving south, straight through the Harz, which is a low mountain range in the middle of Germany. The roads became steeper, which my car didn't necessarily like, considering it has a 75 horsepower diesel engine and that it is packed with, I quote, all the stuff I need. But with a slightly higher RPM than normal, it was certainly still doable. Luckily, these are the largest slopes of the trip, or are they not? Well, let's don't get ahead of ourselves. I did something with horses and then came across this steam train. I've just found out that a little cable was not good connected, so the audio of the last videos wasn't there. It's a bit sad, but I am at the diesel trams in Elbe. This railway is shared between the diesel trams and the occasional steam train, which we have seen on the way here. The trams come from the tram network of Nordhausen, where the trams just do normal tram things, driving around with an overhead line. However, a branch line originates from the town all the way to Elbe. This line runs over the Harz-Querbahn, a railway used by steam trains. As such, the line was not electrified. Very nice to see, but not very practical for the tram or the citizens of Ulveld. So it was decided to run hybrid trams between the steam trains, driving electric on the city network and diesel on the branch line. Well, that was it for this video. I'm going to Leipzig to see some other train infrastructure, but to find out, you have to tune in next time.